What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're doing another video on DC Legends, a much requested video just there in the space of a day, which is the best characters and one of the best teams for beginners. Now, when you're kind of progressing through the game and doing the quest on normal, you're gonna find around, like, at the end of chapter 2, that is like a huge step up of difficulty. A lot of people die quite a few times on the final boss, but when you get to chapter 3 and chapter 4, it just takes this even higher leap up as the waves get a lot more tougher and you're consistently fighting, you know, 4 really beefy enemies in 3 waves. So you need a team that is equipped to deal with that as quickly and as easily as possible, and also a team that's going to have quite a nice amount of survivability so that you can keep on pushing through these waves and also, you know, defeat the bosses in the final chapters. So we're going to talk today about some of the beginner champion teams and what's good. So this has been, let me go through my team at the moment. So I've done the first 4 acts in the game. I've only been playing the game for about a couple of days now, and this is my like go-to clearing team at the moment. I've made a few adjustments to it, but I believe out of the beginner characters, this is by far the most optimal team, and I'll explain why. So, on the left, we have Green Lantern, who does a decent amount of damage. He's kind of like my, just like random bits of damage here and there. He also has a shield, which makes his survivability really great in the game, and you can get him to a 2-star character quite quickly by collecting the character tokens via the story quest and also the heroic mode. So, once you get into level 2, then it unlocks a stun, which is extremely valuable when it comes to the boss encounters. So if you shield yourself and then use that ability, then it stuns the bosses, and kind of even just like delaying 1 attack in every like 3 attacks is just amazingly good. So I can highly recommend Green Lantern there. Then we have Cetana, whose main function really is to do a group heal. She has a group heal with like a 2-turn cooldown that is really good. Kind of my power level. She heals the team for about 1,400, and this is just great because a lot of the AIs tend to like pepper their damage about, so you can use this, you know, every like 3 or so turns, and that's going to keep your team for the most part alive. Occasionally you are going to get a little bit unlucky and they might focus down one of your characters in particular, and unless it's Green Lantern, there's not really too much you can do about that until, you know, you get further into the game and unlock some more single target healers, but for the most part Cetana works pretty well. Then we have both Sinestro and Green Arrow, who are basically, they both have a really strong area of effect ability, which hits all the enemies, so that's really good for initially like plowing down a ton of health on the enemy team, and good, just insanely valuable for story quest. I kind of played about with some heavy single target teams, using champions like Cheetah and Flash, and also Deadshot. However, they just weren't really as effective. I found like AoE was the way to go, especially when clearing story quest. However, when you're talking about arena, and you only have, you know, it's just a 4v4, it's just 1 wave, and also most people have Cetana as well, then single target burst is the way to go. So I'll also show you guys my arena team quickly. Can I get to it? Okay, there we go. So this is the team that I've been using for Arena. So we have Cetana, we have Cheetah, Green Lantern, and Deadshot. Again, Cheetah and Deadshot are just there for single target burst damage. Absolutely crazy. Green Lantern's kind of a good mix in the middle, because, you know, he has a really strong shield and also does a fairly decent amount of damage. And then also Cetana for her amazing AoE heal is very valuable. Can literally like heal up like 2 rounds of AoE fire on the team, so just incredibly valuable. So those are the teams that I'm definitely going to suggest. So I think especially in the early game, you don't really have to worry. You're like flooded with resources, so you don't have to worry about like using them too conservatively. But I think what we'll do now, guys, is we'll probably just show you this team setup in action. So let's go on to chapter 4, and then we're going to switch to heroic mode and fight the 4th encounter on that. I just want to show you, you know, how all these champions come together and what scenarios you can use them in. So let's go to, what is it? It's team number 2 for me at the moment. So that is the right loadout. So this is about about an enemy of roughly equal power, slightly below, but obviously there are going to be about 3 waves of enemies, so we're going to have to hope that our OP team is good enough. The first time doing this, and this is probably one of the most challenging things in the game for me at the moment, so let's fire the rain of arrows there. Deal a solid amount of damage. There we go. We've got a crit as well. Green arrows AoE quite often crits. Now this is a little bit unfortunate because what they're doing now is they're burning down my Sinestro single target, which yeah, is a little bit annoying. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably use Cetana's heal there just to get Sinestro topped up a little bit, and then we're going to use Sinestro's AoE ability. Yeah, just cutting through the enemy there, and let's try and yep, snipe him down. Pretty good, pretty good. Wow, we are under heavy AoE fire there, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put the shield on the Green Lantern, increase his survivability a bit. These things actually probably do need to take priority, the ones with the jetpacks. Again, like, I'm still, like, fairly new to the game, so learning what the enemies do and which ones to nuke first is actually quite an important thing that you need to come to grips with. But I'm sure once I get a little bit more familiar, I'll also do a video guide on, you know, who you should be attacking first, who are the priority targets. I don't think any of these are actually too bad. I think the ones on the right are a little bit more beefy and annoying. So I think we'll zap the one on the far right there. That seems like the best option. Let's go for him. We don't have to stun. We're a little bit open to Sinestro dying here, so we need to hope we get lucky. And yeah, we just got a little bit unlucky there with Sinestro being single targeted down. I think when I kind of get some more champions, Sinestro is one that I kind of maybe do want to rotate out, just because like he's so incredibly flimsy if you do get unlucky and he does get focus fired. But let's keep going, guys. Let's see what we can do. Let's use that. And have we got the shield? We haven't got the shield on ourselves, so we'll use that. Might as well. Find the rain of arrows from Green Arrow. And snipe a couple of them down. Okay, let's fire that off. Speed up isn't going to do too much there. Okay, awesome. We should also go into the next phase with hopefully the shield on the Green Lantern. Actually, we probably should stun this. Yeah, we'll stun that. That gives us a little bit of time to heal up. Okay, wonderful. Again, this is Chapter 4 Heroic, so by no means it is an easy clown roll fiesta. Okay, so again, we want to kill the guy. We want to prioritize the guy with the jetpack, as he's going to be really annoying. But let's also use some AoE whenever it's off cooldown, because that hits just so ridiculously hard on all of the targets. Okay, let's see if we can do this with just 3 characters alive. Providing that we get lucky and they attack Green Lantern quite a bit. We should be alright. We should be alright. Let's just keep going and see if we can get a couple of the characters down before we start worrying about trying to recover. Wow. Okay, Green Lantern. Whoa, he got absolutely destroyed there. Okay, and that one's used Taunt as well. If we had Rain of Arrows off cooldown now, it would be extremely helpful. But we're going to have to shield up on the Green Lantern there. It's definitely good that we did that. Oh, wow. Okay, let's use the Rain of Arrows here, and hopefully we can get the AoE heal off, and that's going to be enough to survive the remainder of the fight. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Oh, man, this heroic stuff is very challenging. Okay, let's get this one down. And again, are we going to get another attack in? So, all we can use, really. Oh, my gosh. Green Lantern is literally about to get wrecked. So close. Okay. So, I think actually on Green Lantern now, we should be able to get out the shield. We might be able to recover this, actually. It's pretty good. As well, Wonder Woman quite often uses Taunt, so should be able to stay alive for a little bit. Whoa. Okay, so it's just Green Arrow. It's just Battle of the Damage now. Let's see what we can do. Just chuck on autoplay. And let them battle it out. We should... I don't think Wonder Woman has any ability to recoup and heal, so that should be fine. But yeah, it is difficult stuff, guys. I think the main thing that, like, really screwed us over there was Sinestro being single-targeted. really heavily in the beginning. There were a good like 5 or 6 attacks on him. Just didn't have kind of the distance to recover there. So I think when the biometrics do become available, I think I'm probably looking at, I think, what is it? Bane Venom Addict in maybe place of Sinestro. I think definitely through chapters like 1 through to 4, Sinestro is a very solid option, but now we're kind of moving up into heroic. We do need a little bit more healing, a little bit more survivability. I think early on in the game as well, I actually used to use Flash instead of Green Lantern, but then it just got to the point in kind of chapter 4 where I needed a kind of more damage mitigation, so yeah, added him to the roster, but not too bad at all. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video on the beginner teams in, what is it, DC Legends, of course. Completely slipping my mind. If you enjoyed this video, guys, feel free to leave a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you would like to see more awesome DC Legends content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. That would also be very awesome. Apart from that, guys, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.